Hello everyone. This hour on Verbling, the next in my Getting Results in Business series. We're now approaching the end of our unit on new business and entrepreneurship and startups. In this part, we're going to be practicing some of the language we learned about asking about life, getting along, and asking for a favor. And we're going to use those skills at the end of the unit where we have to ask for a favor to start up a new division of a company, so a little startup venture of our own. So we're going to work on the grammatical part of this. We're going to pick out some things that we've heard in the previous dialogues and focus on some grammar and a little bit of practical vocabulary too. Well, that's a bit about the class. Here's a bit about me. I'm Jon-Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, hanging out in Lisbon, Portugal to bring you this class. By the way, here are 3 quick rules to help you participate. Don't forget to turn off, tune in, and open up. That means turn off your microphone when you're not speaking so we can keep the classroom quiet. Tune in to the new words you're learning when you are speaking so I can correct you and give you feedback. Also, open up to your classmates. Relax and have fun. We're all here to learn, and this is a safe and respectful place to practice your English. And I'm going to share the presentation with you. We're going to go on to part 3. So there it is. And as I said, we're going to work on a very practical skill first, which you'll see in a minute, where we apply some of the key phrases we learned yesterday to a new situation. And then we're going to move on to a grammatical part. Let me give you just a quick preview. The grammar is going to be about the difference between the present perfect and the present continuous, the present perfect and the present perfect continuous. This is something we always need to revise because English is one of the few languages that uses this present perfect form in a different way. So it may look the same in your language, but it probably has a slightly different meaning in terms of how the time is indicated. Well, we'll get to that in just a minute. So let's get started with a little practical skill from today. Question? No, okay. I thought someone was asking a question. Sometimes when we're asked a favor, like in yesterday's class, we don't just say no. Actually, very few of you said no. Everyone was being very polite. In yesterday's class and the day before, we had a couple of people asking for a favor. I think, Daniel, you're the one who had the big favor to ask. I think all of your cases, everyone kind of found a way to make the favor happen. But we have to learn how to say no. So we don't say no in a direct way. Let's talk about some ways we can say no, particularly in a business context. So the first question, how easy is it for you to say no when someone asks a favor? I'm just curious. Rebecca, do you have a hard time saying no? No, Rebecca. Okay. Can anyone hear me?
Yes, I had a problem with internet. Can you repeat, please?
Yes. So we're going to work on how to say no in a less direct way. But first, I'd like to know from all of you how you relate to this question. The first question is, how easy is it for you to say no if someone asks you for a favor? Do you have a hard time with it, or?
Well, it depends always. If I am sure about the no, it's easier for me. Otherwise, it could be so hard. Yeah.
So hard or very hard?
Very hard, sorry.
Very hard, right.
If I can do the favor, I'd be uh, very pleased to do it. But if I can't, of course, my answer is straight away, no, sorry, I can't.
Okay, so for you, giving a no answer straight away sounds like it's important. Being very clear if you can't do it. So do you think
Yes.
that's a more courteous way, just to be upfront and quick? It sounds like that's what you're saying. All right, okay. And what about out there in Hungary? Is it easy for people to say no, Cornell?
Hi, John, and hi, Tom. Yeah, it depends on a question. It isn't not a hard way to say no. If the question is stupid or very hard. Yeah, it depends on a request.
Because I think culture plays a big part in how you refuse something. Because
For example, I'm so sorry, I'm not able to help you because something.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, you want to be very apologetic.
Or I have enough time to help you, for example.
Mm-hmm. So you mean
Yeah,
you
and
mean,
it,
you
it
mean give
depends
it
on yeah it also depends on the situation and person who ask me to help her or she. Yeah, polite way or impolite way.
okay. Well, let me ask you. Let me see, Carmen. Do you think that different cultures handle no's in different ways, or do you think everyone is more or less the same?
Uh, I don't know. For me, I don't think it hasn't got anything to do with culture. It's like the character of the person. I mean, for me, it's very difficult to say no, and every time I say it, I say
Carmen,
it the
can I
wrong
borrow
way.
100 euros, please?
Sorry.
Can I have 100 euros, please?
That's it. No, the thing is, when I'm not talking about money, but when someone
Oh,
asks
okay.
me for a favor, I mean, for me, it's hard to say no. But every time I say no, I don't say it in the right way. It's like the other gets a little bit offended about it because I'm not very gracious about it. I mean, I just say it bluntly, and I don't know, tactful. That's the word. I am not tactful.
I think, teacher, the problem is not to say no. The problem how you say no to others.
That's
Right.
it.
I think this
Absolutely.
is what maybe Carmen, because it's for me also it's hard to say no, but sometimes you should say no because you cannot do the favor for him. So, but you should be more apologize and more maybe
Apologetic,
apologetic. Yes, maybe
right?
apologetic, and that's all. Some people, and I think I agree with you, teacher. The culture is the play. The main, I mean, player here in some culture, it's easy to say no and even reject you without any explain. Even when you ask, if you lost or something in foreign country, they didn't worry about you, and you are in the trouble. In some maybe area, you will find helpful people, and that's why. So I'm agree.
Well, I can tell you from growing up in and around New York City, saying no there is pretty easy. Also because no one's going to be really offended. It doesn't matter how direct you are. Everyone kind of gets it. You can be really rude and people don't really take it personally, and because it's just the way people speak. You can be very direct. No one has time to beat around the bush. Got to be very direct. Here, where I am now, people don't even say no. They just don't say it. They'd
Yeah,
rather invent a
John,
story.
John, I definitely agree with your statement, but it comes on the percentage of people. You live in Portugal. I don't want. And Portuguese people is very kind, as far as I know. Comparing with people who lives in New York City. New York City is much higher than Lisbon.
Higher? What do you mean higher? You mean, I would say more direct. Much more direct. Because it's okay there. It's just part of the culture. Also because it's a youth culture. Everyone, being young is just part of, young, successful professionals or whatever. It's just sort of easier in that culture. And here,
and saying no or yes depends on a percentage of people.
On the personality, you mean?
Personality of people, yeah.
On the personality. Okay. Well, think back to the useful phrases, the ones that we worked on in yesterday's class. I don't know if you remember. Yuki's worn out from the short story class. He's taking a rest. He'll be back. Which useful phrases? Now, you're going to have to use your memory here. I'll put them on screen in a minute. But think back to yesterday's class if you can. Which useful phrases could you use to avoid saying no in a direct way to these favors? Favor number 1. Could you do the on-call shift for next weekend? On-call means what? Hello? I hear children.
John, sorry, my son, I turned off my mic.
Hello, son. Hello, Ishmael's son.
Hello.
Sometimes we should hear some.
What is his name? What is his name?
What's his name, Ishmael?
His name is Görkem Taha.
Oh my God, I can't say that. Gargantaha?
Yes.
Hello, Gargantaha. Is he there?
No, John.
Oh.
Yeah,
well, tell him I said hi. Hello, Gurkan.
Merhaba de. Hello.
Hello, Garganta.
Thank you, John.
All right. Now I'm confused. Oh, yes.
Yuki came. Yuki, join us.
Yuki's back.
Hi.
Now,
again.
Now we can begin. Yuki's here. We can start. Okay. So, look. The first situation you have to say no for is, hey, could you do the on-call shift next weekend? I know you don't like working on the weekends, but could you cover my shift next weekend? Adi, think back to yesterday's class. What useful expression could you use from yesterday's class?
Yesterday I'm not joining the class.
You weren't here yesterday?
Yeah, it's 2 days ago.
Well, it was the same. It was the same.
Oh,
We used it 2 days ago too. Can you think of a good way to say no without being too direct? What would you say if I said that? Work for me next weekend. You don't want to do it. What do you say?
I'm so apologize I can't.
I'm so apologize or I'm so sorry?
I'm so sorry.
Right. I'm so sorry. Okay. Can anyone remember one of those key expressions?
Well, I just read something.
Say again,
I'm not sure.
Wait, Carmen
Maybe
first.
I'm not sure.
Sorry, Carmen, just repeat what you said first because I couldn't hear you.
No, I just read something that isn't something that I can decide on right now.
Okay.
Is it a polite way to turn it down?
Sure. a little bit indirect, but yeah. and Khalid, what were you saying? Sorry.
We can use. I'm not sure that maybe I can help you or something, because I'm so busy.
Right.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, but I'll do what? In other words, you tell them that you'll think about it. What's a way to say that? Remember the expression?
I'll certainly think about it.
Yeah, I'll certainly think about it. I'll get back to you as soon as I can, which means I'm never going to get back to you. I just say that. I'll get back to you really soon. You know that means I'm never going to hear from you. You're never going to hear from me again. In English, if someone says I'll get back to you, it means the opposite, probably. Be careful with that. No, sometimes people really mean it. Question B. Could you help me look into this customer complaint we've received? Now, this is a little more important because it's a business issue, but you're not able to do it, so you really have to be tactful here.
Question is the following: it is urgent or not?
Didn't hear any of what you said. Slow down. Say it again. Slow down.
Question is that it is urgent or not.
The question is whether or not it's urgent.
Complaint. Regarding complaint, it is urgent or not? And is there any deadline to figure out the problem or complaint?
Okay, well, let's say it's urgent.
Urgent.
But you're busy. You're just too busy.
The answer is yes, I could. Right
Oh,
away.
really?
Right away or immediately.
No. You've got to say no. Cornell, you've got to say no.
Customer is the first.
Yeah, but your wife is giving birth. You've got to go to the hospital, so you've got to say no. So what do you say? Let's take a look at some of the key expressions just to refresh your memory too. So I'm gonna load up yesterday's presentation. Give me just a second.
Yeah, I'm so sorry I missed the last lesson, which was
Okay, but
yesterday.
take a look.
Yeah, okay.
So we've got responding to a request or favor, and as Rebecca said, I'll certainly think about it. That's okay for the first one. But the second one is, let's say it's urgent. Can you help me look into this customer complaint we received? Okay, the customer is always first, but you're really busy. You really don't have time. What could you say here? What would you choose here? Would you say, let's talk about it over dinner? No.
I
don't know.
will certainly think about it. But John, you mentioned that we are very busy, but prior times is crucial to have an order among the duties.
Yeah. I think
and customer complaint is the first in business.
Well, looking at those expressions, I think none of them really fit the second situation, to be honest with you. You have to come up with a pretty good reason to not do work. But let's see. Oh, no, I didn't want you to see that yet. Hold on. Sorry. I didn't want you to see that. I wanted you, well, I can't get it off the page, so I guess you're going to have to see it. Okay, never mind. These useful expressions are some new ones that we haven't necessarily talked about. So, why don't we do this? Let's read through some of these as a key, sort of key expressions you might want to use that are a little more direct in some cases or more tactful in others. And then I'm going to have you try this out together in class. All right? So everyone, pick an expression. Let's just read through the box really quickly so it's fresh in your memory. Starting with Carmen, the very first one, please.
Sorry, I'll be away on business. Holiday, then, when you need me.
Right, so you're making an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel, next one.
Have you tried, John?
Yeah, defer to someone else. Ishmael, the next one? Maybe Ishmael's with Gherkin.
I don't have a lot of time at the moment.
Okay, so it's a legitimate excuse. It can happen. And Khalid, next one?
I would love to help, but
I'd love to help, but, and then you've got to come up with a reason. But
But
the
I'm
first
busy.
part sounds very polite. I'd love to help.
Also, I love this expression.
Yeah. I'd love to help, but I don't care about you, and I don't care what happens to you. But I'd love to help if I could. Nice excuse. And Cornell, the next?
It may be a bit problematic.
It may be a bit problematic. Maybe that's a good one for the customer service issue. It may be a bit problematic because I have to, and then you've got to, so it sounds like you're trying, and it sounds also like you're being objective. It's not me, it's a problem because of my schedule. So you can sort of shift the blame there. Adi, next one.
Again, when I finish the project, I'm back from holiday. The kids are back at school.
Okay, so here you're deferring, but you're deferring to the future, not to another person. Rebecca, the next one.
I'm back from holiday. The kids are back at school.
Oh no, that's the part that Adi was reading. It's actually after that.
No. I'm afraid I've got too much on at the moment.
What does on mean in this context, Rebecca? Too much on.
Things to do.
Things to do, right. In American English, we might say too much going on. In British English, too much on. So we would say going on. And Shadow, the next one?
I'll give it some thought.
I'll give it some thought. And Yuki, the one before that Shadow missed?
I suppose I could look into it.
So this second to last, I suppose I could look into it. It does kind of sound like you're promising something there. But the point is, it's so tentative that you're not really making a commitment. Let's try these out. Let's see if we can try this out. I'm going to try to put you in pairs. You can use this language or any other language you think would sound good. Let's try it out. Do you think you could have a look at the results from a customer survey and prepare a report for the team meeting on Monday? That's your situation. Rebecca, imagine that this is the boss talking to you. Hey, Rebecca, do you think you could have a look at the results? And I want you to use the results from a customer survey to prepare a report for Monday. And it's Friday at 5 o'clock, and he says it to you. What do you say back, Rebecca?
Oh, let me check.
Rebecca, don't keep your boss waiting.
Okay, well, I don't have a lot of time at the moment, but I'll try it.
Oh, but this is so important. I really need you to commit on this.
Oh, okay.
Remember, your answer is no. It's always no.
Yeah, okay. Okay. That may be a bit problematic because I'm really, really busy, and I think it's impossible for me.
Oh, well, I don't like to hear the word impossible from my employees, Rebecca. I think I've trained you very well to know that anything is possible if you put your mind to it. Believe in yourself. Would you give in at that point, Rebecca? Would you just give up and say yes?
Let me try another one.
Okay.
Well, you're right, of course. Sorry for that word. I meant I'm very busy with doing the last research you told me. So I need to finish it for Friday.
Oh, I see. So what you're saying is that you can't handle your normal workload. I see. Okay. Well, maybe I ought to find someone who's a little more efficient.
Okay. Hang on a minute. Okay. I think if I finish now the last part, I'll be able to do it. What do you think? But not for Monday morning. What about Monday afternoon?
Fair enough. Okay,
No?
I can
It's okay
accept
for
that.
you? Okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay.
So we reached a compromise. Not bad. Not bad. All right, I'm going to try to put you in pairs for the next 3. So let me see if I can match up Carmen and Cornell, because your names kind of rhyme. Carmen and Cornell are k sounds. Okay? So Carmen, that's your quote to Cornell, and Cornell, you've got to respond. Carmen, you can't take no for an answer, and Cornell, you're trying not to accept whatever the favor is. Okay?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Do I have to use these for sentences, or I can make them up?
Well, let's stick directly to the book for now, and then the rest of it you make up as you need to. Okay?
Which number then?
Number 2.
Okay. Okay. Cornell, sorry, can I have a minute with you, please? I need to talk to you about something very urgent.
Sorry, could you please repeat it? I'm so sorry.
Sorry. Cornell, I need to talk to you about something that is really important. Can you spare me a minute?
Sorry, Carmen, I didn't understand you.
Okay. Cornell, I need something to talk to. I need to.
Try again.
Okay, here you go. Cornel, I need something.
I have something.
I have something very important to talk about with you. Do you think you've got 5 minutes?
Cornell, have you got 5 minutes?
No, but I didn't understand clearly Carmen request.
Really? Why not? Why not? Listen, she's just saying, do you have 5 minutes to spare? Which part is confusing? So we'll clarify it.
Yes, I have. I have 5 minutes. Yes.
Okay.
The thing is that I have a presentation for the next meeting on Friday, but I need to take a day's leave. So do you think you can cover me for tomorrow morning? Can you stand in for me?
I would love to help, but I have no enough time to make a presentation because I have another important and crucial report for our CEO. So the deadline is very strict and I'm not able to help you at the moment. I'm so sorry, but I would like to suggest you to turn another colleague.
To do what?
Another colleague.
Another colleague.
Colleague, okay.
Yeah, colleague.
Well, the thing is that I need some time to prepare the meeting for next Friday, and I've got some personal business. I got some personal issues to treat too. So this is very urgent. I wouldn't be asking you if it weren't so important.
If my life didn't depend on it.
So I've got to tell you, I've got to admit that my life is depending on you. So.
Yeah, Carmen, I know your request, but as I mentioned before, I would love to help, but I'm not able to do it at the moment. But I'm able to do this presentation by not by next Monday. By next Monday. Is it okay for you or not? What is the final deadline for the presentation?
Well, the deadline is on Friday, because Friday is when we're going to present that to the investors. But
Carmen, sorry, it is possible to postpone.
Is it possible? Is it
possible to postpone the meeting at the investor?
No, that's the deadline, and presentation is going to be taking place on Friday morning, so I cannot call it off. But as you're giving me so many excuses now, let's go straight to the point. I'm the boss, and I'm the one who's telling you to cancel the presentation you're working on
Okay.
in this moment, and you have to cover me for tomorrow morning. So there's no way out.
Yeah, okay, I will do my best.
No,
No,
you're not
no,
gonna
no.
do your best.
Do my
You got
best
to accept it.
Oh,
I'm the boss.
I haven't finished the sentence.
Okay.
I will do my best to delegate making presentation to our another colleagues. Is it okay?
Let me just see if I understood. You'll do your best to delegate the presentation to another colleague.
Yeah.
Do you mean you're going to find someone else to do it instead of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So be careful with the word delegate. It sounds a little bit too fancy. I'll do my best to find someone for you is more clear.
Yeah, okay.
So say that. I'll do my best to find someone for you.
Could you write that, please?
Sure.
Is it enough, Carmen, or not?
Best to find someone for you like this.
Or can help you, maybe, or help you.
Or to help you, sure.
Yeah, to help you.
I said fine because he said because he doesn't really know who can do it. Well, we're going to have to stop there with this one. It sounds like we haven't quite reached the decision, but that's okay. I just want you to practice tactfully saying no. So don't give in. No matter what your boss says to you, don't give in. So, let me see here.
Yeah, Carmen and one thing.
It's over, Cornell. You won. It's over.
Yeah, okay.
you won the game. Don't worry. Okay. Let me get some quiet people out there. Ishmael, you're awfully quiet today. Are you there?
Yes, John.
Fantastic. All right. Let me see. Ishmael, you are the authoritarian boss. Okay.
Okay.
You're on number 3. And let's see. And Shadow, you need to stand up to your authoritarian boss. Think you're able to do it? Are you able to stand up to your boss, Shadow?
No.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're going to do it. No matter what he says, you can't give in. Okay. So Ishmael, take number 3 for us.
Okay. Hi, Miss Shadow.
Hi.
He's authoritarian, but he's very polite, as you can see.
At the start, it is going up, John.
What's that?
After a while, my authoritarianism is going up.
Okay. That's all right. So take number 3 for us, Ishmael.
Okay. Hi, Miss Shadow. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Did you heard that we have an urgent problem?
What's that?
We should work late tonight and until next morning stock taking. Could you help me tonight?
I'm sorry, I don't have a lot of time.
But it is very important for our company.
Yeah, I know that, but sorry, I don't have a time.
Sorry, I couldn't understand you, Shadow.
Okay, I'm so sorry, I don't have time to do that. Can you ask someone else?
I already asked, but everybody has lots of things to do, and the most suitable employee is you, I think, in this company. There is no way out, actually. I am sorry, but we should stay late at this night because it is very urgent. The head office asked.
Shadow, come on, you're a lawyer, right? You can get out of this.
Yeah, teacher.
Make an argument. Be a lawyer.
I don't know how to say really. I would love to, but I'm so sorry, I can't. We can delay it for another day.
Can we?
Can we delay it for another day? Sorry.
No, we can't.
Okay, so you can do it by yourself then.
Miss Shadow, did you rate your work contract?
No, I'm sorry, I didn't read it.
This is what years of law school does to you. No, I didn't read the contract. Of course not.
There are some important clauses there.
Okay, I don't know what to say really.
Here's what I would say. I would say, if he says, "Have you read the contract?" I would say, "Hey, have you read the law? Am I supposed to stay after work just because my boss says so?" That's what I would say.
Okay.
In most countries, you can't just do whatever your boss says. There are rules. That's what I would bring up. If your boss tells you to stay late, stay up all night counting the supplies, and not just that you don't want to, but do you think it's fair, Shadow?
No, it's not fair, but maybe he's
not.
gonna give me more money for that.
Yeah, so bring that up, sure. Maybe it's worthwhile, sure.
Okay, so Ismail, if you're gonna give me more money, I will do it.
Okay, I think about, and
You think about it.
I get that there is no problem to stay late at this night at workplace and count the stocks.
And by the way, Ishmael, you could say fair enough, because that's like when you reach a compromise.
Okay. Fair enough, Miss Shadow.
So the end, teacher? I don't know what's.
Well, he said fair enough, so maybe he's
angry.
At least no. It means fair enough means, well, you make a good point. Mm-hmm. Fair enough is like okay. I don't know if you're going to get the money, but at least he's going to think about it.
Yeah, but he has to pay me before I do anything, so.
Miss Shadow, forget any promotion in the near future.
Exactly. Exactly. You just blew it. You blew your future.
After this talk.
All right. Let's see if we can do one more here. Daniel, can you play the part of the authoritarian boss this time?
Okay.
Okay. And Khalid, you using being as diplomatic as you can, because you're used to politics. You have to be diplomatic in the government, right?
Of course. I have to be.
Okay. So this is a good chance to practice. We're going to take number 4. Okay? So you're the boss, Daniel. Go ahead.
Okay. Hello, Khaled. How are you?
Yes, hello, Daniel. Fine.
You know, we have a big conference next weekend, and I could need someone to help me. Are you free?
I might need someone. It's better.
Okay. I need someone to help me. Are you free?
Sorry, I will be away on business holiday. I would love to help you, but I will be away on business next week.
You know, this conference is very important for our company
Of
because
course.
we could get a big contract, and if I want to ask anyone else, but I think you are the best, and I need your help.
Good practice.
Maybe
You're the best. Flatter him. Good.
Thank you for this, Mr. Daniel. But also, I will be, as I told you, I will be in business. So let us, because also we have a meeting abroad. So let us think in different way. And put it in different way. Maybe our colleague Yuki is he also helped me in many conferences, and I think he is the best. He better than me in this job, and also we can try him. At the end, if he doesn't mind, I think the problem solved. If he mind or if he can, so maybe I will think to delay the business meeting.
I know, but Yuki is very good in other subject, but you
Don't trust
you will me you will do me you will make me a big favor.
Make me or do me?
Hel-
Make me or do me?
Make me
Do me. Do
do
me.
me. Okay.
Always do a
You will
favor.
do, okay. You will do me. You will do me a huge favor. Helping me, because even you are in business, it will be a very personal favor, but I'll understand if you at the moment can't help me.
As
No
I told,
problem.
as I told you, I would like to help you, but the problem is we already arranged the business meeting, so that's why. Have you tried Yuki?
No,
Okay,
but
I think, as I told you,
Why me? Why?
Because you are the scapegoat.
I was
Always.
scapegoat. Oh,
Always.
I'm a poor scapegoat.
When in doubt, Yuki.
Daniel, be careful. You will be deceived.
okay. Okay, no problem. I'll try with Yuki.
okay, thank you. Thank you for understanding.
I
So-
don't understand, but
But I give
if
up.
you board ask something, you straight away have to help me. Okay.
Just a quick point here. By
Yes.
the way, here's the link, Rebecca. I think you were looking for the link to part 3. It's there. I think you asked for that earlier. And the link to part 2 is here. Okay. Just a quick point. You could also have gone. I don't have it in front of me here. Hold on. You could also have gone back to this part. Oh, sorry. Let me find the page. I don't know where it is. Oh no, it's not here. It's in part 1. Oh, sorry. Anyway, in part one, the first presentation from last week, we had those gradable and non-gradable adverbs. So, just as a quick point, Daniel, you said you do me a huge favor. You could also have used a gradable adjective, like you could have said this is hugely what? When you're using a gradable adjective.
Grateful.
Say again?
Hugely grateful.
Hugely. I would be hugely grateful. I'd be
really.
Well, really, you can use anywhere. I would say important, for example, is a gradable adjective, right? It would be hugely important. It would. Whereas grateful, you're either grateful or you're not. So you could say, I'd be completely grateful if you could do it. Totally grateful, because that would be probably more of an ungradable one. But that would be an opportunity where you could use those expressions from the vocabulary part we did at the end of last week, by the way. Yuki, we need a Japanese teacher starting today at Verblink. Can you do it?
Sorry, I'd love to teach here Japanese, but I.
You do speak Japanese, right?
Yes, Japanese is my native, my mother tongue.
Right. So you're perfect. You're qualified. So can you help us out, because we want to start this new program, but we need someone who really knows Verbling, and you've been with us for a long time. So we thought, hey, you can, instead of paying us, we'll pay you. So what do you think?
That's a good idea. Thank you for your offer. But I'm afraid I've got too much on at that moment. But I suppose I could look into it.
Well, that's all we're asking for. If you could look into it and find it within your heart to consider us, your Verbling family. That's all we're asking for. So fair enough. Fair enough. You see, I'm not your boss, so I can't make you do it.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, so don't forget about those gradable and ungradable adjectives. Don't forget about those. I'm going to try to just pick up one more point before we move on here. I don't think we're going to get through it, but I want to just begin to go back to the audio that we listened to, and I'm going to show you where it is here, because I want to pick out one grammatical feature that I think we shouldn't let go of just yet. It is not this one. Hold on. It's this one. 41. No, it's not this one. Oh, geez. No, it's not the right presentation. Oops. No, it's in the first presentation. Well, I have excerpts from it anyway, so if we'll try it with just the sentences that I have. I don't have the actual presentation here. Oh, it is 41. No, I'm crazy. Never mind. So look. You can find the context in the presentation 2, which is the second link I put in the window. And so it's on slide 5 of presentation 2. If you want to review the context, it's these 3 conversations we listened to. I believe it was earlier this week. I think this is on Monday. But I've got some sentences taken out of that audio, and I want to know which tense is used and why, because we're going to focus on the difference between what they call the present perfect simple and the present perfect continuous. So let's just do the analysis part. I don't think we'll have time to do everything today, but let's just do the analysis part of this. All right? So Yuki, I want you to read question A, or part A, and see if you can identify the verb tense. Remember, we've got 2 we're looking for, but they're both the present perfect. Present perfect simple, present perfect continuous. Can you read A for us there?
Okay. Our company had secured a huge contract with Mobile Tech.
I have no idea how to say it. What's the verb tense?
I think it how to say keyword. It's a second conditional.
I don't see would, could, should, or might. So there's no conditional here.
How to say keyword. Sorry, I'm sorry. It's present perfect. Present perfect.
It is.
I'm sorry, I couldn't remember.
And we're going to call this
present perfect. Yes.
Correct. And we're going to call it the present perfect simple because I want to contrast it with the next one. So let's see. Adi, can you read B for us?
Okay. GBF have been keeping me very busy.
Okay. So this is the present perfect continuous. Why do you think I'm calling it continuous? Which word lets you know this is continuous?
B plus ing.
Ing, exactly. Okay. And who's next there? And Rebecca, could you read C for us?
Since you left GBF, life been extremely hectic.
Don't forget about the S. Life's
been extremely hectic. Hectic. I've never seen this word. What does it mean?
I don't know, but I'm
Complicated.
sure Ishmael knows.
Complicated?
No, hectic is very busy. When you got other things to do.
Okay.
Hectic means
busy.
I don't know.
Yeah, busy, basically. Busy because it's complicated? Sure, could be, but busy. Hectic means you don't have any time, basically. It's busy, you have no time to get things done. Hectic. I can't organize anything. I'm overwhelmed. Okay, what's the verb tense, Rebecca?
The verb, lives, that is the contraction of has, being extremely hectic.
Okay, so...
Present perfect.
Present perfect.
Yeah.
Has been, so we can take out the extremely because it's an extra word. Has been hectic. Has been. Hectic is an adjective, so has been. So present perfect. And we're going to call that simple or continuous, Rebecca? Present perfect simple?
Simple.
Okay. We've got 3 definitions you've got to match. Read the first definition, Khalid.
Okay. Match this extract.
Don't worry about the directions. Just go right to definition number 1. Could you read that for us?
A, B, C, you mean?
Number 1 under C. Number 1. So 1.1. Underneath letter C, after the thing that Rebecca read, could you just read that first definition for us?
A state that started in the past and is unchanged.
Okay, very good. A, B, or C, which is the matching phrase, Khalid?
In the past and is unchanged.
Which is the matching phrase, A, B, or C?
A.
A is incorrect. Remember, is unchanged.
Unchanged, sorry. Unchanged since you left. Okay, since you left, GBF life's been extremely hectic.
Correct, because life is still hectic now. That's the implication. Okay. And Ishmael, could you read number 2 for us, the second definition?
Number 2, a continuous activity that started in the past and is still going on. GBF have been keeping me very busy.
I agree. So we're looking at the action that is not complete. Because it's not complete, we express that with a continuous form. like I am speaking to you now is not a completed action, so I'm going to use the continuous. It can be a past action that was not complete. I have been very busy lately. I'm still busy, and the action is not over, the action of being busy. So the idea is that the action is somehow still in the process of, still in the process, still going on, whether it's in the past or the present. If it's in the past, present perfect continuous. If it's in the present, we'd use the present continuous. So B is correct, Ishmael. That's right. Okay, the last one, there's only one choice left. A finish action with an end result. In other words, it's finished. We just don't know when it was finished. And obviously that one is letter
A.
Of course. Now, why would I say, Carmen, our company has secured a huge contract and not our company secured a huge contract? Why would I not use the past simple here?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
There is no time expression. It's specific.
Exactly. That's it. So, Carmen, take Ishmael's advice, put in a time expression, and then see how it sounds with the simple past.
The company secured or has secured.
Well, you're going to try it with secured and take Ishmael's advice. Put in a time expression.
The company has secured lately.
Forget about has. Forget about has for a second. Take out the has and put in a time expression, and then it'll be correct. Remove has.
Yeah.
Put in a specific time.
Lately.
That's not specific. That's too general.
Now.
That's not the past.
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Okay. Yesterday. Okay.
So say it with yesterday. Let's hear how it sounds.
A company yesterday secured a huge contract with Mobitech.
Sounds okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you say lately, Ishmael, if we put lately in the sentence, how would we change the sentence in that case? We couldn't say secured if it was lately.
Our company has secured a huge contract with Mobilitech lately.
That's true. And because lately implies that it's not a specific time, you could also imply that it's not just one action with lately. You could say our company has been securing huge contracts with various companies lately. Lately implies that it's more than one action. It doesn't have to be, but it can be. So that's another thing to keep in mind. So lately, recently, etc., present perfect. Lately specifically might even sound good with the present perfect continuous. But yesterday is a specific time.
Simple past.
It would be the past simple. Simple past, right. Okay. Shadow, I want you to read the first sentence in part 2 for us.
Okay, since last month, I have been commuting between France and Belgium.
Committing? Are you sure?
Commuting.
Read it again. Commuting. Okay. Which suggests, does this suggest that something is temporary or it's permanent?
It's happening right now. I mean, it's continuous.
It is continuous. You're right. It's a present perfect continuous. Does it sound permanent or temporary to you, Shadow? Is it something that always happens or something that's just happening now?
Just happening. No, it's for months.
Oh, it's for a month, yeah. But is it something that always happens?
Yes.
So it's permanent.
Yeah.
Okay. If that's true, let's compare it to sentence number 2, and we'll see. So, Cornell, could you read sentence number 2 for us?
Yeah, before reading the second sentence, I have a grammar question.
Go for it.
Regarding since and present perfect continuous.
Go for it.
Is it correct together?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You have 7 words which collocate. That means create a pattern. You have about 7 words. I forget if it's 7 or 8 or whatever, but it's a few words, less than 10, that are always used with the present perfect and present perfect continuous. Since, for, never, always, just, yet, still.
Recently, and so on. But as far as I know, it is not allowed to use since with present perfect continuous. But it is not correct.
No, it's okay. I don't see a problem with it.
Yeah,
Since
okay.
last month I've been commuting. Yeah, it sounds okay to me.
Yeah, okay. Let's move to second sentence. She has lived in Brussels for years.
So, what's the verb tense? And is it permanent or temporary?
Present perfect simple.
Present perfect simple. Good. Permanent or temporary?
It's permanent.
It is permanent.
Yeah.
So, you've only got 2 choices here, and number 2 is definitely permanent. Is she still living in Brussels now?
Yeah.
Is she still living there now? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, she is. Shadow, next month, will you be commuting between Belgium and France? Not this month, but next month in December. Will you be commuting still?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
If I still live there, maybe.
If you still live there, so you're not sure. It's contingent. If you're still living there, you will. But you might not. You might not.
Okay.
So it's temporary, actually. Let that sink in. Is it sinking in?
Teacher, how you mean the second one is permanent?
Yep. The second one is permanent. The first one is temporary.
But the second one, she's lived. It's something happened in the past. So it's end.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't ended. Because if it ended, it would be she lived, not she's lived. She's still there now. Otherwise, we would use the past simple. So this is yeah.
I thought that if we said she has been living in Brussels for she has been living, it means that she's living past and still.
And if you say she's lived, it means she's living still. They both mean. The difference is she has been living is focused on the action of living, and she's lived is focused somehow on the results. It's more about what follows from it. So she's lived in Brussels for years, therefore she speaks French. Like that's a result of living in Brussels. So they both mean that she's there now. She has not left. So this is a really important point, if you can grasp the distinction. So remember, if she stopped living in Brussels, we'd have to say when she stopped. She lived in Brussels for years, but now she lives in France. In that case, it's a simple past. What about you? Can you think of something that you still do now, that you started in the past?
Yeah, teacher, how about she has broken her leg. It's
She
something.
has? Say again?
She has broken her leg.
She has broken her leg. That's true. Okay.
So it's something happened in the past, but
that's
it's
true.
It's end, and the thing that is still is the effect.
Yeah. The thing that's in the present that hasn't ended is that her leg is still broken. Right? Now, if it was 20 years ago, we wouldn't say she's broken her leg. We would probably say she broke her leg 20 years ago because her leg is healed. So it is a little relative. However, look at this. Imagine she went skiing every year and she broke her leg every single year. I would say she's broken her leg a lot. That could be 20 years ago as well as last year, because you can use the present perfect to suggest multiple actions in the past. You don't want to say the time because it happened more than once. So it has even a third meaning, that it happened multiple times. Just to make you even more confused. There you go.
It's okay.
Okay, but the key idea here is that it hasn't ended. Her leg is still broken today. That's the key idea. If it had ended, we would say she broke her leg last year and now it's healed. She broke her leg last year. Think about this. We have to stop the class now. Think about this. Try out a little homework that I'll send you later today. And get a little bit of practice, and we'll put it into use in the next class. Okay?
Okay.
Teacher.
All right. So, have a good day. Bye for now, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Take care of.
Bye, guys.
Thank you for the
Take care.
class.
Bye. See you.
Take care. See you.